From Syria and Yemen in the Middle East to South Sudan in Africa, crisis after crisis, testing the United Nations on every level.
The UN peacekeeping system is badly overstretched, and it has so many missions on its agenda that it is not able to manage them all properly. Simultaneously, the Security Council remains depressingly divided, and that stops it coming to any serious positions on issues like Yemen and Syria.
And then there are the crises of the UN's own making. Sexual scandals involving peacekeepers in the Central African Republic and the delayed admission that UN peacekeepers were responsible for the spread of cholera in post-earthquake Haiti. Meanwhile, many of the UN's vital agencies are starved of cash as countries fail to live up to their commitments to help refugees or feed those dependent on UN aid. On the diplomatic front, there have been some successes. The Paris Agreement on climate change, signed by many in April, now joined by the US and China, and sanctions lifted on Iran following a landmark nuclear deal. But unity in the Security Council over the DPRK's nuclear weapons and missile program is shaky. Tougher and tougher sanctions haven't stopped Pyongyang from conducting not one, but 2 nuclear tests this year. And the world now has more refugees than at any time since the UN's founding.
We're seeing the numbers of refugees are rising worldwide, and refugees is going to be a central topic at this year's General Assembly. But there's no clear answer from the UN or from big powers to these crises.
All this instability comes at a time when the UN is going through changes. United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon finishes his second and final term at the end of December. A successor is due to be selected in the coming weeks. Until that happens, the future direction of the world body will be undecided. The US general election in November also means the future foreign policy of the world's only superpower is uncertain too. There are some ideas that could help move the UN forward. Countries such as China are planning on professional standby peacekeeping forces that could be deployed at a moment's notice. And as the recent G20 summit showed, the Sustainable Development Goals adopted by the UN back in 2015 are part of an evolving blueprint for an economy of the 21st century that's much more inclusive. Nathan King, CCTV, Washington.